Joining us here from Kenmare-Bowbells, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series, is Mashae Miller. And Mashae, for you, your senior year to get nominated to an All-Star game in North Dakota like this, just what does it mean for you?
It means a lot. It means that all my hard work has kind of paid off, and I'm so excited. I couldn't be more excited to play with some of the best girls in the state. So I think it just means a lot to me.
When you saw the roster for the AB girls basketball team, is there someone in particular you're looking forward to having on your team, or just getting to know a little bit more instead of having to guard or go up against in school ball?
Um, yes, mainly Adeline Ing. I'm excited to play with her instead of against her. We play each other the most out of all of the other teammates, so I'm excited to play with her.
When it comes to basketball, what's a favorite memory that kind of just jumps off the page for you compared to some other ones?
Probably it's between playing in the state championship just this last year or season when we run the regional championship against Trenton to go to state.
When it comes to just, leaving a foundation, if you could go back to your 14-year-old self or talk with someone who's, 13, 14 years old, who's chomping at the bit to play varsity, just what would be some words of advice you'd like to pass down for the next group coming up?
Mainly just to stay consistent and stick with it through the ups and the downs and to have a lot of fun, to make sure to have fun and not be too serious
Was there
all
any
the
super,
time.
was there any superstitions like, favorite pregame meal, put the right shoe on before the left shoe, anything for an individual or as a team?
Um, I always eat fruit snacks before I play, so that's one thing that I make sure I have. And I like to eat grilled chicken strips.
And at the time of this interview, we know you're heading to University of Mary. You're deciding on between track or basketball, but we'll talk about the academic side. Just what made you a Mary be the right fit for you here, Mashae, from the academic side, and tell us what you plan on studying once you get to Bismarck.
I plan on studying health sciences and biomechanics, and I just really liked their program, and their campus was really pretty, so I guess it just kind of stuck.
Take us through a basketball skill set. What's something someone should learn early on, as they make their way up? Is it, being a good team player? Is it, dribbling, shooting? What would be something that someone should, work on early on in basketball?
Um, I'd say dribbling. One of the things I worked on a lot when I was younger was dribbling. I loved to dribble, so that was one of my favorite things to do.
And then from your coach's standpoint, what are just some things that you've kind of learned from your teams at Kenmare-Bowbells that you think will take with you once you get to University of Mary?
One thing I mainly learned as a Kenmare Honker, I think from my coaches, was to be mentally tough and to trust to work on a bond with your teammates and to trust everybody, and then it just makes you work really well together, and it shows.
Hey, Mache, last question for me. Favorite subject in school is what was something you really liked learning more about?
I liked calculus this year a lot, mainly because the teacher was really fun, but I think that was my favorite class.
Hey, Mache, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck at the University of Mary coming up here in the fall.
Thank you.
Josh Boyko here with you on your live event for another interview with Lions All-Star Basketball. Coming up here, we have Nora Roney from Shanley High School joining us today. And Nora, first off, congrats on your selection to the All-Star team. And what does it mean to be selected to this team for your senior year?
Thank you. Obviously, it means a lot. I was really excited to hear that I was selected. It's really an honor to get to play with some of the best basketball players in North Dakota.
Yeah, coming off a season for Shanley this year where you guys were able to make it to the state tournament. You scored about 7.5 points per game, 5 rebounds, 3 steals, just all around good players. So take me through the season you guys had at Shanley, kind of the ups and downs, and making it to the state tournament.
We started off a little rocky at times. There were some team issues, just like connecting and finding how to figure out how to play with each other. But we kind of got into it as the season progressed. We obviously had a couple bad games here and there, but we just continued to work hard and push each other in practice, just making sure to stay positive and keep each other going so that we could get there.
Yeah, for sure. And just drawing back on the high school basketball career, what was some of your favorite memories being able to be a part of the Deacons for a few years at the varsity level?
One of my favorite memories was definitely beating Cheyenne this year to go to state because last year they were the ones to beat us to go to state. So it was just really exciting for us to be the ones to get there this year.
Yeah, definitely. And take me through plans for the fall coming up. Is it college? Is it playing sports still? Or what is the plans for Nora going forward?
Yep, I will be going to Concordia this fall where I will be playing basketball and studying nursing.
Very cool. What made you d decide on Concordia?
I've toured there a couple times. It's a really pretty campus and it's also pretty close to home. So that helps. I didn't really want to be too far away. I want to be able to go watch my sister play. And then also I got to meet with the coaches and the team and they just have a really great environment. So I'm really excited to be a part of that.
Definitely not too far across the river in Moorhead there from Shanley. And uh, just drawing back on again on basketball career, what are some things that you're able to just take from the game of basketball that you learned throughout your career at Shanley, whether it applies to just on the court or life in general?
It's all about effort. You get back what you put in. So as long as you're working hard and you're pushing yourself to try and do the best you can, you're going to get results.
Absolutely. And what are some things that you're able to pass on maybe to the younger teammates that you had there at Shanley? What would be some of your advice for younger players?
I would say some advice is to obviously know your role and try and be the best at your role as you can be. And then to also, you've got to do it for yourself. You have to motivate yourself to win, but you've also got to do it for those around you, for your team, for your coaches, for everyone who believes in you.
Absolutely. And what are you looking forward to most about this opportunity this summer with Lions basketball? Is it getting to play with some of the people you were rivals with, or meeting some of the Western Conference people? What are you looking forward to most about Lions basketball?
I am really excited to play with some of my rivals. Lauren Reardon, she's really good, so I'm excited to play with her. But I also played AAU with Brooklyn, Zoe, and Keeley, so I'm really excited to get the opportunity to play with them again.
Awesome. And any just uh, rivals that yeah, you mentioned rivals that you are getting to play. So yeah, just any other things you're excited about for this experience this summer?
I'm just really excited to get to play with more girls. Obviously, I love the sport, so I'm just excited to get to continue playing.
Absolutely. Basketball through and through. And thanks for taking a few minutes to join me. And good luck this summer with Lions All-Star Basketball.
Thank you.
That's Nora Roney from Shanley High School joining us for Lions All-Star Basketball interview.
Join us here, part of the Sioux from the Westhope-Newburg boys basketball team is Braden Bailey joining us, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. And Braden, for you, just what does it mean to be in an All-Star game like this in North Dakota?
It means a lot. It's a great honor. It means that you've had one of the best seasons in North Dakota. So obviously, it's a huge achievement and something I've been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, it means a lot to me. I think any kid would love to do this. So yeah.
For you, Braden, just to also for anybody in particular, but for you to have a fellow teammate, just what does it mean and what does it just kind of represent having Walker there with you, having, two guys from the same team, making it to an all-star game like this?
Well, I think it means a lot. Kind of just shows on how good of a career we've had together and our team and team success. So I think that shows that we've worked together so well throughout these last couple of years, and I think some of the success we've had has proved that as well. But to have two players on the Lions team is to me is pretty special as well. So I think it just shows on how well we played together, play with our team, and how well our individual seasons has gone.
When you go from that point, when you saw the rosters for the AB boys basketball team, is there anybody in particular that you're excited to, have on your side of the, team, so to speak, for a change?
Well, I mean, all of them. They're all such great athletes, but I think Jet and Ramsey are going to be fun to play with just because we've had so many facings. They're in the same district. We're so used to competing against each other. We already know what we're going to do. Um, it's going to be fun playing with them just because we've played each other so many times over the last 4 years. So yeah, that'll be fun to play with them for sure.
When it comes to just your favorite basketball memory, what's one or two of them that kind of stand out more so over the rest?
I think winning the state championship. I think that's kind of a given. But um, that's special. Everybody dreams of doing it. So that's definitely my best memory in basketball probably I've ever been a part of. Thankful to be a part of it. So definitely winning the championship there last year. That was awesome.
For you, Braden, here, just take us through what you're heading off to Williston State College coming up here in the fall. Just what made being a Teton the right fit for you, both from the basketball standpoint, but also from just the academic standpoint as well.
I think they're a great university all around. I was out there a couple times, and I think they're the right fit for me. They're not afraid to play smaller guys. Um, I really like the coach. I like some of the so far some of the teammates that have went there. I know of, and when I was there, I liked how the team always played together. They always were one team and not separated into individuals. Some teams have problems with that. I thought that they played as a team very well, and I really like that. I think that's a huge part in winning. So that helped me as well. They were also I think they were the first ones to reach out to me, and I think that you know in the grand scheme of things probably doesn't mean that much, but it meant something to me a little bit. I think I kind of seen it as they're the first ones to, see that I was worth taking a chance on. So that meant a little bit too, but mostly I think I was just the best fit in Wilson.
When you go take a look at this, moving from high school, this will be the last time you're representing the Sioux, making your way to Williston State. So this will be the swan song, if you want to call it that, from a high school standpoint. But outside of basketball and a couple of days here with some of the best players across the state here, Braden, what do you hope to kind of gain from this experience, moving forward to the college ranks?
How to play a different role, I think, is going to be important in these all-star games. Everybody on the all-star team so used to being the scorer, uh, for say, I guess, but when you have so many of those guys, you got to find a different way to impact the game, and I think that's going to be important to learn from me. So I think that's going to be very valuable. Also, being able to play with different styles of people in a short amount of time, just learning how people play and how people need the ball in certain situations or at their spots. I think that's going to be a experience thing that I could use going forward into college.
As you go back through any superstitions when it came to playing sports or basketball for yourself or as a team, or was it let's just get to warm-ups and get to that opening tip, so to speak?
There were definitely. I mean, I couldn't really name them. I think they kind of varied from time period to time period, just depending on what you were focused on. But our uh, our locker room was always kind of superstitious, down to where we ate before the game and forgetting something. The last time we forgot this happened. Yeah, we definitely were superstitious, but how much that matters, I don't know. But we were a little bit. I was. Um, yeah, that I guess that's kind of the best way to put it.
When it came to Division B basketball, obviously your district was just loaded this year from top to bottom through the region and the state. Just how difficult was it night in and night out to, know that you're going to have a 32-minute basketball game and it
Yeah,
was probably going to, go to that last couple of minutes to determine who was going to, come out on top?
I think it prepared us. Obviously, I think we went kind of cold through the end of the season, which that happens sometimes. But I think it really prepared us to get to the last big game. With our shooting percentages, um, it was kind of, I wouldn't say shocking, but it was unexpected to look at our shooting percentages and what we do best and see that we have made it to the state championship game. And I think the competition, playing in the regular season and through districts and regionals, I think that really impacted on how we can impact in other ways in the game. We were known for 3-point shooting, and we didn't really have that great of a 3-point shooting tournament. And we kind of just stepped it up in other areas. I think playing competition like that night in, night out in the regular season, and then obviously some of the postseason, that really helped with that.
Final thing for me before we let you go, just if you could talk with someone who's, a middle schooler or first time as a high schooler and wants an opportunity to play in a state tournament or play in an all-star game like this or have a chance to move on to college in their particular, field or whether it's a sport. So what would be some words of advice you like to pass down for that, next generation that's coming up?
You're gonna have to work harder than everybody else. That's just the way it's gonna be. It's gonna be the way. It's not just basketball. That's everything. You're gonna have to work harder than everybody else, no matter what you have against you, size, quickness, whatever. You just got to work hard. If you work hard, not to say that kids that don't work hard, not to say that if they did work hard, they get it, but it definitely puts you in a better position. Um, you have to work harder than everybody else. That's what I'd have to say. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much for your time and best of luck in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series moving forward to Williston State.
Thank you.
Joining us here, Sophia Headley, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. For you, Sophia, to get nominated to an All-Star game like this in the state of North Dakota, just what does it mean for you?
It's a really overwhelming feeling. I've always been excited because I've seen this game played a lot, obviously, and it just kind of shows that my efforts all these years have been noticed, and it's going to be a fun time getting to put those skills to use one more time.
When you saw the roster that came out, second year of it being the A/B team against the double A team, was there anybody that's going to be on your squad, Sophia, that you're looking to have on your team for a change, so to speak, that might have been a region rival or someone that you got to see on highlights or see on social media throughout
Yeah.
your tenure?
Yep. So Mashae Miller, obviously, we played against her twice, and then we played against her team to get into the state, and they obviously won. So I'm excited to play with her. She's a really good shooter. And then Adeline Ang, she has lockdown defense, so obviously I'm excited to play with her. And then Layla Jensen from Hettinger, I've been playing against her since my eighth grade year. So to be on the same team, it'll be cool.
Take us through. We'll talk basketball memory here first. Just what's your favorite memory on the hard court?
Um, I'd probably say all the way back to fourth grade, we went into triple overtime and I scored the buzzer beater shot, and that probably made basketball one of my favorite sports right there. Just that overwhelming feeling.
When you can go through for your future couple months here coming up, you're making your way to North Dakota State. Just take us through what made NDSU be the right fit for you, both from a track and field standpoint, but also from what you want to go study here, Sophia.
When I went on the visit, it just felt like home there. It was just a really good feeling, and my gut was telling me to choose that college. And the coaches just sounded interested, and like I know that going there will make me a better athlete, so I'm excited to see what the coaches can bring out of me. And then I've heard only good things about their nursing program, so I'm really excited to get started with that.
What's some things that you've heard from your coaches in Bowman County that you hope to kind of carry with you once you get to college for track and field, or just kind of what you carry with you outside of any particular sport on your day-to-day life here?
Definitely like being myself and running my own race. Obviously, there's going to be athletes that are better than me, and just worrying about myself and focusing on my own race is definitely the top thing that my coaches always make sure to keep in mind.
When you go through and if you get someone who's, 13, 14 years old who's chomping at the bit to compete at any varsity sport or wants to be an all region or have a chance to play at a all-star game like this. So Sophia, what would be some words of advice you'd like to pass down for the next, generation coming up?
Definitely put in the work on the off days. One thing my coaches always told me is if you're not working, your opponent is working harder. So, I mean, just working on those off days is definitely what got me here. And then obviously all athletes want to be the one to score the buzzer beater or the starter or the main player, but I mean, it starts with the off day work and doing the things you don't want to do.
When it came to basketball, were you a fan more of getting a defensive stop, taking charge, getting a steal, or was it more, hey, trying to get the and one, trying to get, that buzzer before you got to the end of the shot clock or a quarter?
Definitely charges because our coaches do charge bars. So every time we get a charge during a game, we get like a pan of goodies. So that was definitely our team motto, was to get a charge during a game.
When it comes to superstitions, do you have anything with sports, Sophia? Whether it's track and field, basketball, any particular sport that you've played, do you have to do anything before you got to a game, or was it let's just, for basketball, let's just get to warm ups and see what the opening tip and see where the game comes?
I have to eat pasta the night before any like big performance and then eggs for breakfast. I would say those are like my eating things. And then me and Reagan Honeyman do our handshake before every basketball game, so she's better be coming to this game so we can do that.
When it came to some of your favorite pregame meals, then pasta, was there a different kind of one, or did you have the same thing, every time and same thing for eggs? Was it scrambled? Was it sunny side up? Was it raw? What are we talking about here?
Definitely spaghetti is a big one. My family is a really big spaghetti fan, and then scrambled eggs. That's pretty much all I eat.
For high school, what was a particular class or subject that you really enjoyed learning more about?
Um, Foods class and then like health classes. Because in foods, there's some people that don't know how to cook really, so it's funny watching that.
For you, Sophia, what are you most looking forward to heading to Lions All-Star Basketball Series here? What are you enjoying most? Because obviously this is the last time you're representing Bowman County,
hmm
last time, competing at the level here for basketball before you get to your track career. But what are you most looking forward to here at the Lions All-Star Series?
I'm excited to make a lot of memories. I know that some of my former players have played on this and they've just had so much fun. And the days before leading up to it and just meeting new players, I'm really excited for that. And just to be able to play basketball one more time is really exciting for me.
Hey, Sophia, congratulations again on being nominated and best of luck moving forward at North Dakota State.
Thank you.
Joining us here from the Devils Lake Firebirds is Joel Nelson, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. Joel, for you, what does it mean to be nominated and have a chance to play in this Lions All-Star game?
I mean, it's really awesome. It's great to um, just be nominated. I'm glad I got picked, and yeah, I'm just glad I got to be there.
Able to have a fellow couple of Devils Lake Firebirds with you, with your teammate with Parker and your head coach with Dustin Brodina. What does it mean just to go out one more time representing Devils Lake, but also have your coach and a fellow teammate with you?
Yeah, it feels really good because we played every day in practice and worked hard every day, and I'm glad I got to play my last game with them.
When you saw the roster that was out, Joel, whether it was someone in A, someone in B, is there someone in particular that you're looking forward to having on, your side of the court, so to speak, for a change?
Well, no, not really anyone particularly. I'm just glad I get to play with one of my teammates, which is nice.
Jo- Joel, when you take a look back at your favorite basketball memories, what's one or two that kind of comes to mind right off the page for you here?
Probably winning state last year was a big one, and yeah, that's about it.
As we go from there, what's one thing you've kind of learned from the game of basketball that you kind of take with you outside, whether it's in school, just normal walk to day-to-day life? What's something that you kind of learned through the game that you kind of taken with you outside the court?
That it takes a lot to get a good team going, and that you need teamwork in everything you do mainly, and that you need to work hard to get things done.
If you could give some future advice to someone who's in a, 13, 14 years old that wants a opportunity to be like you here, Joel, and have a chance to play in an all-star game like this in their respective sport, what would be some words of advice like to pass down for that next generation?
I would say start now and don't wait till you're older, and yeah, don't think that it's just gonna come because you need to work for it.
When it came to superstitious, did you have to do anything before a game, or was it let's just get to warm-ups in the opening tip and see where the ball kind of lands throughout the course of the night?
Yeah, I kind of just didn't really have any, but some games I would do some things, but not really anything that stands out, I guess.
When it comes to school, is there a particular subject or something or a particular class that you really enjoyed at Devils Lake learning more about?
Probably lunch class and gym class.
From there, Joel, kind of just going back through some of your memories, what would be something from a basketball standpoint? What is an area of the game, a trait of the game? What should someone kind of learn about to continue to grow and to develop? Is it defense? Is it offense? What would be an area that you tell someone to kind of continue to work on as they're getting to the high school ranks?
Probably defense because it's really important. Even if you can't score all the games, you still should hold your ground, and if they can't score and you can't score, then it kind of evens out.
From a basketball standpoint, what are you looking forward to most? Just kind of enjoying the weekend here, with the Lions All-Star Basketball Series, but what's one thing that you're just kind of looking forward to the most, kind of participating in this particular event?
Just maybe make some new friends and have a fun time and not play stressful and play loose and just have fun.
Hey, Joel, thanks so much for your time and best of luck moving forward here. And congrats again on being nominated to the Lions All-Star Basketball Series.
Thank you.